Greetings, YouTubers. I am Blerdwords, and I play Marvel Strike Force. Um, I'm putting this video together. I sort of got inspired by a couple of friends of mine that just started playing the game. Shout out to John and Greg. But also because I am nearing my 900-day anniversary of playing the game. And if there's anything that I've learned from this, is that about 850 of those days I wasn't playing the game right. So, I mean, that's kind of subjective to say. I, I mean, as far as playing a game goes, I mean, as long as you're having fun with it, I mean, are you really playing it wrong? But in my case, yeah, I was playing it wrong. So I thought I'd throw this video together and just throw out a few things about how not to play Marvel Strike Force. Now, that being said, there are plenty of content creators who are just out there doing awesome work and putting awesome information about how to play things, about what characters to use, how to beat certain levels and whatnot, like Mr. Free to Play, Rayge Gaming, Harsh Squints, Paulo P13. Those guys were awesome, and they helped me raise my game. I want to say to the next level, but I don't want to get cocky with it. But there are also guys like Valley Flying, OMG, Casino. Those old school guys, just, I mean, they've been around for a while, and they've got good information as well. It's just like Paulo P13 and Rayge Gaming, they were a little closer to where I was in the game, and so what they did and what they were showing me, the info that they got, was a bit more helpful. I mean, there's Discord servers, there's folks made infographics. I didn't realize infographics were still a thing, or infographics, and those have been really helpful. But that being said, this isn't about being helpful as far as that goes. This is about telling you how not to play this game. So I've got three things I want to talk about. The first one is the fact that I am level 75, so I've been playing for a while, but I'm not as far as I could be. And one of the reasons was because I've got 142 tunes or characters. I got too many. And when I first started playing the game, that was the biggest thing to me, was I love these characters. I'm a superhero fanatic. Oh my gosh, I just got to get all these characters. And one thing that really got me was the Wakandans. I mean, I was just thinking about Black Panther, and then now to have Black Panther's supporting cast, I mean, it was awesome to get those characters. So I made that a priority. Not to mention the Netflix Defenders, Luke Cage and Daredevil and Punisher. I mean, I just was eating this all up. But the thing was, I made it a point not to worry about leveling the characters. It's just my point was unlocking them. And so now I've got 142 guys that I need to level up. And where that put me is, for instance, here are three folks from X-Force that I need to be leveled up, and they're under 10,000 as far as power goes. And that's an issue. But then I've got other characters that I don't really use that much that are level 70. I mean, Yandu's not bad, but I don't use him that often. And so I have to prioritize, well, where am I putting my resources? Because that was something that I didn't understand early on, was that resources in this game are fleeting, and you have to value them and use them frugally. Because, is frugally a word? No. You have to use them effectively, because you only have so many. Now, right now, these are the folks that I kind of prioritized as far as that I need to get leveled up. But before, I didn't do that, and so I just kind of threw things out willy-nilly, and you'll see in a minute the shame of what happens when you do that. My second thing was I didn't realize the value of joining an alliance. What I did was, as to no fault of my own, I joined alliances before in the game, and for whatever reason, my alliances fell apart. And so there was a point, a long stretch of time, where I was the only person in my alliance. I thought, well, hey, I don't have to worry about the pressure of performing, for worrying about this and worrying about guys fussing because you made a mistake or whatever. I just, hey, I'll play the game and have fun. And so that's what I did. The problem with that is that there became a point to where I couldn't do raids because you have to have so many keys, and me being by myself, I didn't, so I couldn't do raids, and there were a lot of resources that I missed out on because I wasn't doing raids. I was also doing war all by myself, which was kind of funny, and I there were once or twice, there were a few times where I actually won, because of whoever was playing just didn't play, but again, I was kind of missing out on some valuable resources, and so alliances, you need to be in one, when you get to that point, otherwise you're kind of hog tying yourself a bit. Now the third point was what I was saying before about mismanaging resources, and so if you're not somebody that needs to learn something, at the very least, hopefully I'll give you a good laugh, because hold it, here we go. There he is, this guy, Ravager Stitcher. I leveled him to level 70. That was a mistake. I spent a lot of in-game resources leveling this guy up, and the issue is for what? Well, at the time, I didn't have 142 characters. I had a very small pool, and I kept looking at all these grayed out characters and just saying, man, I got to get this character. Well, I guess I need to level up the guys that I got. So I had Stitcher. I leveled him up. Now, the reason I'm saying it's a mistake, because as far as the game goes, Ravager Stitcher is just a minion that he really doesn't have a lot of value. Now, you can use him to unlock the Star-Lord character. There's a Star-Lord legendary quest or event that you can do to get Star-Lord. Now, I eventually got Star-Lord, but I got Star-Lord without Ravager Stitcher. I didn't even use him. So I leveled this guy up to 70 with resources that were just kind of wasted. And so don't be a Stitcher. Do not make the same mistake I did, to where you level a guy that you're not going to use. So definitely this is about resource management, but watch how many tunes you got. Make sure you're in a good alliance and you're working that to get in-game resources, and then don't level guys that you're not going to use. So those are my 3 tips for how not to play the game. I'm hoping to make this a series. There's a few more things. There's a few more marks that I'd like to hit about things that I don't think you should do. So I'm almost at my 900-day anniversary. So I'm still excited. I'm having a lot of fun still playing the game, but I've learned a lot, and hopefully you will too. Because I'm just starting this out, I'm not going to ask you to subscribe. Instead, I'm just going to ask you to give me a like. I'm also going to ask you, if you don't like it, or if you got a laugh, or whatever the case may be, just leave me a comment. So give me some constructive criticism. Laugh at me because I got a level 70 Stitcher. Whatever it is, just leave me a comment. Give me some encouragement, or tell me I suck. Whatever the case may be. I thank you for watching, and keep on gaming.